Hey guys, Lampy here. Another edition of Tales from the Trails. And today we got another nice, warm, sunny day. But we have a couple scattered pop up thunderstorms happening here and there. And I might get caught up in one, but I came prepared because I have a raincoat. Not much of a raincoat, but it'll help me a little bit. So why not? I'm like, you know what? I used to ride in torrential downpours, uh, snowstorms. Didn't stop me. Throw on my trusted Columbia rain jacket, and I was good to go. So here I am, guys. I'm down in the Metro Parks again, heading into the Berea section over by Wallace Lake. And I have to come to a stop here. So we got some traffic. So I'm really up close and personal right now. I'm going to try to get across this road here. Got by that guy. I hate using my throttle to get across the road, but sometimes you got to do it. You got to do what you got to do. So here we are cruising today. And just an interesting fact. In my adult life, I really had no interest in pedal biking, let alone mountain biking. I did have an interest in motorcycles for the longest time, and I was fortunate enough to work for a company that allowed me the privileges of using the company motorcycles as recreational vehicles. So I got to do some motorcycle riding. I've ridden in some really cool places. I was fortunate that I was able to go to Sturgis multiple times and have some fun there. Do some good riding up to Rushmore. We got some school runners here. These young guys would kill me in a race. So, but I didn't really get into bicycling or mountain biking until one day at work they told me they bought a company out in California and they were moving it to Cleveland. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they said, we're just bringing one guy. He's kind of a goofy dude, but he knows his stuff about motorcycles. And he knows his stuff about radiators, which that's what we were making. So that's when Mike Adams came into my life. Mikey and I have been really good friends ever since. When he first started there, it was a little awkward. You know, he's coming from California, has nobody here in Ohio. So he was just kind of coming cold turkey. He was really into mountain bikes. So the one thing that he did do, he had a van that he decked out that he could haul his bikes here. As long as he had his mountain bike, for the time being, he was happy. So at first I'm like, you mountain bike guys, you know, you all think you're doing this. And I also worked with Ray Kermansky at the time. Now Ray's a dirt bike guy. He's been riding dirt bikes for a while. And he's also into mountain biking. So Mikey and I started becoming friends. And Ray and him would go mountain biking after work. And I'm like, hey, I don't really have anything going on. So they're like, yeah, get a mountain bike. So I got my old Huffy mountain bike out. That I think the tires on it were barely over an inch wide. It was a 26-inch Huffy. I've had it since I was just a young guy. I think I bought it when we first had kids. So I was right around 27 years old when I bought that bike. So I'm out there riding that Huffy. And they're like, you know, they got all these Trek and Specialized, and they got dual suspension. They got 190 millimeters of travel. And they're going down these trails like they're nothing. And here I am on that Huffy. I'm dying out there. Now, granted, I was a smoker at that time. Thank God I quit that. And I was huffing and puffing just trying to keep up with them. And they're smooth going through these trails like it's nothing. And I'm like, man. So I went out and I purchased my first mountain bike, which was a 26-inch Kona. It had really good disc brakes, which was very important for me at that time because I knew I was going to have to use them a lot. And 26-inch tires, which I felt was really a good size for me. And it didn't even have hydraulic brakes. It was lever brakes and stuff like that. So I'm trying to dodge traffic here. People are looking at me like you're going the wrong way, idiot. I know, but I'm being courteous. I'm letting them know where I'm going. I'm a courteous idiot. Although I just went through a stop sign, I guess that's not so bad. I'm on a bike. So anyways, I go and buy this Kona mountain bike. And, man, what a big difference. Going from that Huffy to that entry-level mountain bike. It was really nice. So I started getting in shape. I quit smoking as much. But with riding the trails comes beer drinking, thus the fatheads. So Mikey and I became really good friends mountain biking, inseparable. Mikey and I, he was going through his divorce, going through some hard times. I was going through my divorce at the time too. We kind of supported each other. The only difference to him, he was 2,700 miles away from his closest family member, which made it really hard. So becoming a close friend of Mike's was really important for both of us, and it really worked out good. So after a while, I started progressing, and we moved into bigger trails. We used to go ride Huffman and Reagan Park in Medina a lot. And those have a yellow section and they have a red section. The red section, it's red. I mean, you got to use some skill there. So, I mean, it was a little difficult at first, but, Mikey taught me a couple things, showed me how to do some stuff, and I'm still not a mountain bike rider that Karmansky and Mikey are, but, I kind of keep my own. I just go out and have fun. These days, I just don't want to kill myself and break something. Old bones don't heal as quickly. So finally I went out, and Mikey and I were riding all the time. We went out to Findlay State Park. We would go out there and ride. We would go down to Vulture's Knob and Wooster. We even planned on riding our bikes to Vulture's Knob one time, which is quite the travels. I think it's 55 miles to get to Vulture's Knob from here. And we rode all the time, and we rode Royal View a lot. And Mikey was living with me at the time, so we would ride our bikes to Royal View, which was 4.5 miles, and then we would ride Royal View, which is 7.5 miles. If we do the out and back, we're pushing 9 miles. So it's a good ride on the trail. And then we would ride 8.5 miles to get to Fatheads. And then we would go to Fatheads, and everybody knew our name there. So Matt Cole, the head brewer, owner, if you want to call it, he used to let us bring our bikes in. We rode in the rain, it didn't matter. So I finally progressed up to my larger bike, a Giant Talon. It's a 29. unfortunately, fortunately, I guess I got a good deal on it. The unfortunate thing is the frame size is a large, and I am a solid small to medium. So, medium suits me the best. But here I am on this large 29 inch wheel mountain bike, and it's a whole different ball game. I got hydraulic brakes, really good brakes. I got a great shifter. I've got a good derailleur, and it night and day even from the Kona. And I thought the Kona I was doing pretty good. So the Kona's like my backup bike. But anyways, Mikey and I would drive to. We would ride our bikes to Fatheads all the time, and we had our usual thing. We would actually get 25 miles round trip, and this is not e-bikes. This is riding our mountain bikes through the city and on the trails. So we were toughing it up, and we were no slouches at that point. Actually, I think Lampy weighed about 155 pounds. And maybe 160. I like it. No, I'll go with the 150. So anyways, we stayed in shape. And the thing, when we got the Fatheads, we would order the same thing all the time. And we knew what our bill was going to be. We was on a budget. And we would order 3 whole wings, a side salad, and then we would order 2 beers. And we were out of there for $18. That's unheard of these days. But that was at the Sheldon Road Fatheads. Great place to hang out. So my friend Mikey, he's always had this dream or this thought of retiring to North Carolina. Now, mountain biking in North Carolina is like the second best thing to being in California. Mikey had all the great mountain biking in California he wanted. So he's like, you know what? If I don't want to go back to California, what's the best place other than that? And he said, I'm going to retire in North Carolina. So at this point in our friendship, we have girlfriends. Myself with Kathy, Mikey with Sherry. So Mikey's talking with Sherry, and they're getting along great. Sherry's a great woman, good friend. So Mikey and Sherry start getting serious. Okay, Mikey moves in with Sherry, which is cool. And they start talking about Mikey's a dreamer, man. He starts talking about his plans of moving to North Carolina when he retires. That's the key phrase there, when he retires. Okay, Mikey was not retired yet. So Sherry's like, you know what, Mike, I could do that. Hi. I'm just talking to myself here. So Sherry's like, you know what, that sounds like a pretty good idea. And you know what, why wait till we retire? Let's get a head start on it. So when we do retire, we're kind of set in what we do. So Mikey wanted to go, but we miss him. He misses us. He's happy in North Carolina. Don't get me wrong. He's got a great place. Him and Sherry have a great life together. We just miss him really bad. Mikey was my riding buddy. He was my Fatheads drinking buddy. So just a little bit how I got started in the bike ride. And it was this blonde-haired dude from, gray blonde-haired dude from California that came up here and got me into it. So that's a little bit of how I got into biking, and then I started riding my bike to work after Mikey left and went to North Carolina. I tried to stay up and ride the trails. It's better when you got your buddies out there riding. So, it's not like I don't have other friends, but, not all my friends ride mountain bikes and ride them to Fatheads afterwards. So, I'm at Middleburg Heights right now, and I think I've talked way too long. This video is getting too long. I don't want to bore everybody. So here we go. I'm in Middleburg Heights, over by the hospital, in case I fall down and get hurt. So everybody have a great evening. Enjoy your night. And this is Lampy out.